Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game! Today, we are heading to the Thieves Guild. I don't think that we will be doing any fighting there, but there will be items to find. And so, I have sold all of my ales and juices. Give myself some inventory space. If I am wrong about the items, that's okay. There's another place I can go to that I know will have a bunch of items. As for the location of the Thieves Guild, it is hidden right behind the temple of the ruins of Kemdar. You know, I even wrote in my notes, ruins of Kemdar, to make sure that I did not accidentally call it a temple. I called it a temple anyway. But here's the Thieves Hall. Neat entrance. Oh, I got a save point here. Well, shoot, maybe that means there will be battles here. Good thing I stayed at the inn. You don't look like a bunch of thievers. You sure you're in the right place? Are you kidding me? I even have Jareth the Thief in the lead. Not that the game can actually detect that. Cepho steps in to block the way. What's the password, mates? The password is Winnebago. Ah, you must be new recruits. Welcome to Thieves Hall, mates. Roisetti and Zuli are just down the hall. I'm going to say that that's those two. What do you say now? The same thing. Oh well. You are in fact Roisetti. Ah, new recruits. Welcome to Thieves Hall, mates. Make yourselves at home. All the doors are unlocked. We all know how to pick locks anyway. Good point. Though, it would certainly be a fun challenge to everyone if you always had to pick a lock to get into doors. Well, maybe not always. Always would be annoying, but maybe some of them. We take from the rich and give to us. Actually, we take from the poor too. I guess you could say we take from everyone and give to us. Heh. Do you have extra dialogue? Nope. I don't know that there's going to be any characters with double dialogue. You do not look like a character portrait. RPG Maker 3 has a mismatch of character portraits available. So you are Zuli. Roisetti and I found this place whilst exploring the Dragonlands for treasure. It's in a nice location, hidden from view and all. This is true. Wouldn't have found it had I not known to look for it. King Rossdale's royal knights ain't found us yet. It's a nice little abandoned shrine, or catacombs, or whatever this place used to be. Actually, it's the ancient ruins of Dandobar. It was once home to royalty during the Second Age. That was long before the monsters came from the south and overran this region. Is that so? Okay, ancient ruins of Dandobar it is, then. Jareth, I've been wondering, how do you know so much about the geography and history of the Dragonlands? Oh, I once stole a history book from the library in Caramond. No one wanted to buy it, so I read it. Yeah, I can't imagine that fencing library books would actually go so well. I kinda like that outfit. I wonder where Wefko is. I invited him to join the guild, even wrote down the password for him. Hope he didn't lose it. Yeah, a funny story. How did that wind up inside the jail cell anyway? This way. Honestly, I'm not sure where each of these paths actually lead. Been a while since I've been here. Like 6 years? However, I was right about treasure. 5 gold. In the Thieves Guild. Maybe someone already stole the rest. Nope, no treasures here. Oh, stairs. Did not expect stairs. Do I want to finish exploring this floor first? Yeah, let's save that for a bit, and I'll go for the stairs after. Oh, as it turns out, this wraps around. Still, though, there is a path on the other end of the hall, and it's entirely possible that the stairs there will wrap around to the stairs in this direction. In fact, speaking of wrapping around, I bet this does the same thing. That looks important. Let's get a good look at it before I pick it up. Not as ornate as the last one I found. Nope, nothing here. And that's why we're not going to be confiscating it. Jareth opened the treasure chest. I don't know why I'm reading that. Stairs there. So this end does not actually wrap around. So then what's in here? All of the chests and bags seem to have specifically for gold. Nothing valuable here. So, a funny thing about RPG Maker 3's music, by the way, it is not actually programmed to properly loop like most video games. Rather, it is a recorded loop, and then after somewhere between 5-10 minutes, it reaches the end of the track and starts over. By the way, it appears I was quite wrong about the stairs looping to other stairs. Tisk tisk. These guys need to learn to hide their loot better. This sapphire pendant was too easy to find. Also, it seems that I've been wrong about finding items. So, sapphire pendant. That's an accessory, right? No, it's treasure. A small pendant with a circle of sapphires. Well, I'll be returning that to town to fence. Alright, let's go back to the other staircases that I encountered, starting with the one directly to the left from here. And behind door number 6? 7? I wasn't actually counting. But there's more doors, apparently. an unusual section right here. I was expecting this to be a room. I'm also getting the feeling that no, we definitely won't be fighting any battles here. Oh, hey, that chest had 6 gold. And that one had 5. We're definitely racking up the change. Nope, nothing valuable here. You know, I think I'm beginning to understand why they didn't bother locking all the doors. Alright, let's go ahead and head back to the first staircase I found. Okay, which way? Well, can't even see to the end of this. So, must be something good hidden to the end. Possibly? Some more change, I'm sure. But I'm betting there's something good in the crates over there. Or maybe behind. Well, kinda behind. Needed to reach this crate. Whoa! A buko coin! These are pretty rare. Let's hang on to this. Oh boy. I was waiting to encounter one of these. Buko coin. A coin with a picture of a buko bird engraved on it. I wonder if we'll find one of those. As for the buko coin itself, it is a collectible. There's... I can't remember how many, but we need to collect a bunch of them in order to unlock some special items, as well as an optional place. Nothing here. Oh wait! I see something. A pearl bracelet! These guys can't hide anything from me. Okay, can definitely say that there was some good thieving going on in this place. Pearl bracelet. A bracelet of white pearls. Huh. So this is what it looks like whenever a page of items goes more than 10. And I was about to go into my other items to compare, but, well, I sold most of my items, so there's going to be a lot of space. This probably leads back to the stairs. Well, I tell you what, these chests might not have very much money, but there's a lot of them. Alright, I think we're done here. Let's go ahead and head back to town and fence these treasures that I found. You don't look like a bunch of thievers. Funny story about that. Bye. By the way, right there is the temple that we will be going to shortly for future reference. I like that sapphire pendant. I'll pay 100 gold. Yes. Great. Here's 100 gold. That's a nice pearl bracelet you have there. I'll pay 75 gold. Okie dokie. honestly, I really shouldn't have been so concerned about the money I was acquiring on this adventure. I mean, I kind of had reason to. We were going to the second dungeon, and I was only able to afford one new piece of equipment up to that point. But we're definitely going to be getting plenty of money along the way. Out of curiosity... Okay, now that we've been to the Thieves Guild, that information is no longer in there. So, huzzah! Side quest completed. Now, there is a situation of items. Well, I may have been wrong about finding a bunch of items in the Thieves Guild, but as I said, there's another place that we can go to. So, within the ruins of Kemdar, I found the Cascading Key, a key made of flowing water. This will unlock a cave that has a bunch of items within it. So let's go ahead and head off in that direction. There's also a path to the right from town, to the north. That just leads to the edge of the map though. RPG Maker 3's maps do not loop like traditional world maps. And in fact, because there is the literal edge of the world in that direction, RPG Maker 3 will place a barrier before we can get to it. As for where we need to go, the cave is right over this hill. Oh, by the way, the Buko coins are going to be used at that tower up there. I'm definitely going to want to save them up before I go there, though. Alright, water caves. Save point right there. We don't really need it, though. This place is not going to actually have any monsters. And in fact, since this place is monster-free, let's go ahead and let the cowardly Fibs take the lead. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Fibs, you are slow. Okay, I said before that certain characters have different running speed compared to others, and oh boy, it's pretty obvious to tell with Fibs. I am definitely not going to be using him for dungeon exploration. Well, this place is small enough. I'll go ahead and keep you in the lead while we're here at the very least. Hopefully there's some good stuff to find. That first chest only had money, which is slightly concerning, but only slightly. Well, there's a nice item. A cascading ring. Our first accessory. A ring of flowing water. Increases magic power by 5. What is everyone's stats? Who's got, like, the lowest magic? Actually, everybody seems to have about the same magic. And everyone has the same amount of MP. So I'm actually going to hold off before choosing to equip that on someone. I'm not really sure who's going to be using the most magic in the next dungeon, so I'll just wait until then. Incidentally, a ring of flowing magic? Neat. Flowing water, I should say. Wait, what was the exact description? Flowing water, right. That's what I meant to say. Flowing water. Yeah, that is definitely neat. I think I just looped around. Yep, I looped around. I will say, neat as that ring actually is, I can also see it being a little distracting, wearing a ring of perpetual wetness on your finger. Well, you would probably get used to it eventually, I suppose. I mean, I certainly wouldn't mind trying to wear one. That is still really neat. I'll follow the right wall and see where that leads. Leads to another staircase. Oh, I saw that. I also see that. 9 gold. I am noticing a distinct lack of items that I am acquiring. Aside from the ring, all we've found so far is money. So, I may have been wrong about finding a bunch of healing items in this place. Well, that's okay. I'm not too concerned about that. I have a backup plan. And it won't even cost me anything. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Oh my gosh, Fibs is so slow. I feel like I'm running through molasses. There's another 2 caves that are just like this, by the way. Knowing that this cave doesn't have any knowing that this cave doesn't have any healing items, I'll know not to sell my healing items for the next one. Okay then, well, we're apparently not done here. Let me make note of this real quick. There's at least 1 chest in there, and probably another somewhere around the corner. So we'll definitely have to come back at some point. I don't remember what might be in there. Maybe it'll be a more powerful form of the cascading ring we just acquired. But the fact that it's locked away tells me it's gonna be something good. Alright, are we done here? I think we just about explored this whole place, right? Nope, another chest right here. And that is probably the entire location. So, at this point, I think we're done for today. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take the time off camera to buy some new gear for everyone, and then next time we'll head to the next dungeon. Hey, guess what? It turns out we're not actually done with this episode. 'Cause while I was editing this episode, I noticed a suspicious spot here in Thieves Hall. Right in this room here. So, I was watching myself examine this crate, where there is nothing valuable. And I noticed that there was an empty space to the right of that crate. And lo and behold, there's a thing here. These guys aren't very good at hiding their loot. Funny thing about that. Look what I found. An emerald necklace. We can sell it to Wortham. Alright, cool. Another item to sell. Emerald necklace. A thin gold necklace with finely cut emeralds. Ooh, that one sounds like it's going to be worth a lot of money. Let's go ahead and deliver this right now. Very nice. You found an emerald necklace. I'll pay 125 gold. Well, I was right. That is the most worthy item so far. Oh boy, I'm glad I didn't miss that. Wow. I am loaded. So, I'm going to go ahead and unload this cash at the equipment shops, and next time we'll be heading to Jackanape's temple. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Oink!